We go to the media.
You're a fucking idiot.
According to CNN's Caitlin Collins, she said the media had nothing to do with shutting down skepticism,
bullshit,
critical thinking,
See, now that's some bullshit.
or even asking simple questions
Bullshit.
during COVID year 2020.
Are you retarded?
I'm Jazz Berganzo on this. No, not at all. People just got canceled,
It's true.
fined,
That is true.
imprisoned,
It's true.
told to sit down and shut the f up,
That is also true.
and take your magic vax.
Sheer fucking hubris.
But had nothing to do with the media. And it's what's next. What's up, everyone? Jazz Berganzo, what's next? Your daily dose. Hope you guys are feeling good today on this Friday. Yes, Friday is finally here. You know, it's the weekend. It's the Memorial Day weekend. Have fun. Enjoy yourself. Be safe. And remember what Memorial Day is all about. Anyway, let's take a trip on the way back. Let's take a trip way back to 2020. That lovely year. Remember that year? Let's see. We had a pandemic. We had multiple cities being burned down to the ground because of a Saint Fentanyl felon, and we also had a fraud and schneid of an election. We're going to concentrate on the first one, the COOF, COVID. You know, that wonderful, made up, pandemic. You know, the overexposed, the glorified cold that we all got. How many people were thrown in nursing homes? How many people were told to sit in their homes until, I don't know, you die? Or being rushed to a hospital and put on a respirator. Then you die. Or when the vaccine came out, take the wonderful magical vax because trust the experts. Of course, the media says they had no part of it. CNN's Caitlin Collins says, wait, what are you talking about, my guy? What are you talking about? The media had nothing to do with it. We didn't shut down critical thinking. We didn't shut down skepticism. We didn't shut down people asking simple questions about the COOF. And yet, some were canceled, some were fined, some were imprisoned, and we were all told to sit down and shut the fuck up. But media had nothing to do with it. And here we go. This comes out of Breitbart. CNN's Collins. Media didn't help shut down skepticism, critical thinking during COVID. Well, listen, but a little background. During a portion of the interview with Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. that was aired on Thursday broadcast of CNN's The Source, host Caitlin Collins argued that the media wasn't involved in shutting down skepticism, critical thinking, and people making their own decisions during the COOF. Let's hear it.
You also said something recently when you were on Capitol Hill and you were being asked about vaccines and whether or not you would recommend them for people out in the United States. And you said that people should not take medical advice from you. You are the HHS secretary, though, and your job is to create guidance and to talk about vaccines and medical testing. Why should people not take medical advice from you?
Well, they probably shouldn't take medical advice from any HHS secretary. Very few of the HHS secretaries, historically, I think maybe 10 or 20%, 15% have been doctors.
True. The rest have been bureaucrats.
People were asking me, I was responding to a question about my personal health choices. And I said, that's not relevant because people should not make their decisions based upon my personal health choices. We have an infrastructure. We have an advisory committee on immunization practices that makes recommendations. It's a group of scientists that looks at reams of data, and that's where our recommendations come from, not from an individual.
But
it's time, one of the big mistakes that you and many other of your media colleagues made during COVID is to try to convince the American people that they should trust the experts. Trusting the experts is not a feature of science. It's not a feature of democracy. It's a feature of religion and totalitarianism. What we should do is trust the science. And we are going to do the science. And the science is going to be replicable, and it's going to be gold standard so that parents can make their own choices.
Yeah, because trusting science didn't work too good the first time. Now did it?
The message was to trust the science and what studies were finding and what
during
people were
COVID,
saying.
that was a bad message. It was trust the experts. That's what you kept telling us. Trust the experts.
I don't know that I ever said that.
Well,
I mean,
you're-
we
I'm
talked to
sure
the
if we
officials.
went back to
Actually,
2020, we could probably find a
we
little
took the
clip of
briefings live every
Collins
day
saying
with
that.
all of the experts that President Trump. Those
Just
are
like everyone
President
else
Trump's
did.
doctors. But those are the people President Trump brought out to the briefings.
Well, President Trump brought, and I can.
He
if
brought
you
Dr.
wanna go
Fauci and
chapter
Dr.
verse,
Boom,
I can
there
tell
it is.
you what
All you gotta do is
President
just stop
Trump
right
did
there.
And what President Biden did
Fauci,
wrong.
Burks, you know,
What I'm saying
the other
to you-
clowns.
I want to get back to what your comment was about that you said that people should not take your medical advice.
Yeah,
Is
people
that's
should
your
not be-
position?
Yeah, absolutely. People should not be taking medical advice. I'm somebody who is not a physician, but they should
True.
also be skeptical about any medical advice. They need to do their own research. You know, you're a mom. If you're a mom, you do your own research on your baby carriage, on your baby bottles, on your baby formula.
But they don't have medical degrees, obviously. If you're a mom and you're looking at what science has been tested, they trust their doctors and their pediatricians.
One of
That's
the
right. They're not
responsibilities of living in a
experts. They're bureaucrats. I mean, they're not.
where
They're they're physicians. They're doctors.
and
They're not
every sort of
bureaucrats.
expert are subject to all kinds of biases. One of the responsibilities of living in a democracy is to do your own research and to make up your own mind.
So that's your message to moms or to anyone is to do
I
your
would
own
say
research.
that. I would say be skeptical of authority. My father told me that when I was a young kid. People in authority lie. And
Facts.
we've seen a lot of that in our country. And people in the media
Facts.
lie.
More
And,
facts.
And people need to make their own judgments and be skeptical and maintain their capacity for critical thinking. And that was shut down during COVID.
Facts.
And the media was complicit in that.
Facts.
Disagree on that last part. Secretary Kennedy, thank you for your time.
Good to meet you, Kate.
My thoughts. Well, the fact of the matter is that the media was complicit. Highly, highly complicit. You know, during COVID. How many people got thrown into nursing homes? How many people were told to stay in their houses like prisons? How many people were told if you took any kind of therapeutics, you would, surely be injured or even die? Remember when Joe Rogan, took some therapeutics, was off the air for a few days, came back, says, I feel a lot better than I did 3 days ago. Why? Because I took therapeutic A, B, and C. Oh, no, you took horse paste. So when you have those in the media who said, trust the experts, who put Fauci, the king, Lord Farquaad himself, on a high pedestal and praised him, kissed a ring on his hands, bowed down and grabbed both ankles because of Fauci, 15 days to curb the spread. Remember that? To flatten the curve. Or Burke, another clown who ran around in her bedazzled jackets, thinking that she was an expert. No, she was an expert. No, she was a clown. A number of people. And like I said, this was Donald Trump 1.0. He had no idea what he was doing when he was putting these so-called experts up front and center, and he took a back seat because of, hey, you know what? It's what's been given to me. But the media, who had people canceled, people fined, people thrown off of Facebook, off of Instagram, off of Twitter before Musk, of course. I mean, they were hand in hand with the government shutting us down. Take your magical vax and like it. And if you don't, you won't have a job. If you don't, you won't have a school. If you don't, you can't go to church. But had no problem going to the liquor store. But the media had nothing to do with any of that. I'm Jasper Gonzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more like this? Please have a comment below. Like it, share, subscribe to it. Hit that notification bell so you guys know there's a thing. Keep on spreading the word about the show. Appreciate you guys watching as always. And we'll see you next time. Peace.